I happen to be Māori, and a proud Māori at that, though if you ask Willie Jackson, he'd probably call me a useless one. We are women and men, Māori and Pākehā, farmers and migrants, but we are all proud Kiwis first and foremost. Yet today, the Labour Party would have us believe that there are just two types of New Zealanders, tangata whenua, who are here by right, and tangata reti, who are lucky to be here. The Māori Party's narrow-minded view that we only exist as Māori and Pākehā in New Zealand is damaging and disappointing. When they stand and claim to speak for all Māori, I can guarantee you it's not for Māori like me. Do they address the arguments? No. They resort to personal attacks. You're a whakapapa Māori, but you're not kaupapa Māori. You're a plastic Māori. You're a born-again Māori. I've heard them all. I've even been called a traitor to my race, simply for trying to make a case for equality. Baking race into a broken system can only make that worse, while masking the real issues that we really need to be tackling. I put my hand up for Parliament out of sheer frustration with what I was seeing happening in my community. It angers me to see our children, my children, being treated like a commodity, a political tool to meet an agenda that will have real consequences for us all. When my children are labelled as victims and yours are told they're oppressors, everybody's harmed and nobody wins. This thinking is simply misguided, it is distortive, divisive and dangerous. People fear being cancelled or called racist. But while there are those that seek to divide us into race-based warring camps, it falls to us to have some courage. It's time for us to have an honest conversation about the Kiwi identity. It's no wonder we can't get anything done in this country if we no longer see each other as allies, partners, brothers and sisters working together for the greater good. Instead, we're told what matters most is not the content of your character, but the colour of your skin. I say, my friends, this is not who we are. Act says that every child born in New Zealand, every Kiwi, every legal immigrant has the same rights. Those are the rights of a citizen. Nobody should get extra say because of who their grandparents were. And nobody should have to be treated differently because of who they are. ACT proposes that the next government passes legislation defining the principles of the treaty, then ask the people to vote on it becoming law. The legal fiction created in the 1980s that the treaty created a partnership between the Crown and a race is nonsense. It's time we flush the dangerous and divisive elements out and pass a Treaties Principle Act in Parliament and put it to the vote for everyone. Let's give the New Zealand people a say. Let's have this debate and let's win it. We have real urgent challenges to solve, and by ending the obsession with co-governance, we can get stuck into the real problems in this country. Creating ladders of educational opportunity for our kids, solving the housing crisis, helping people out of welfare, and getting tough on the criminals who make life a living hell for so many New Zealanders. As it states in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 1, all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. The tiriti demands ngā tikanga reti tahi, exactly equal rights. For ngā tangata katoa o nui tirani, all the people of New Zealand. Thank you.